How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're playing a little Power Rangers again. So this is we're going to be playing the Omega Forever expansion. However, we are going to be playing a variant. So I mentioned during my last playthrough, which was solo using the solo deck, I didn't really care for the two-handed approach of that. Right? I prefer if I'm doing a battling like Astronaut or Legendary, that I'm battling something, right? And it just works on its own. So I took the variant that I mentioned in that last playthrough from BGG. I think guy's name was Lewis, and I tried it. It didn't flow well. So then I played it 2 or 3 or 4 more times to try to get it to where it seemed balanced. Again, I can't say any of this is balanced, especially with the expansions. I've not played anything with the expansions. So we're going to see how this works. You guys let me know down in the comments any suggestions for improving this, or just head over to the BGG thread, which I have in the details below, and we can converse there, right? Let's see if we can create a solo mode that works, because I don't believe Renegade is ever going to make another solo mode. And this, again, may be a futile effort and lost cause. But we're going to try to play through this. I didn't mind the game the way it is. You do have to ignore a lot of the text and a lot of what was built in for PvP. So with that said, let's go ahead and flip over. I'll give you a brief rundown of how this works. So here we are. We are playing on a Marvel Legendary map. You don't need to play on a Marvel Legendary map. But this, of course, just helps me visualize the city and the grid. It's basically a legendary clone, for lack of better words. So what we're going to be doing to set up is our deck here has just the expansion cards, the singles of each, and the standard base set, which I'm using the Zeo base set because I like the Zeo crystals. And you mix all those together along with the signature weapons, all the signature weapons from the sets you're choosing. Now with Omega, it's a little bit different because there's only 4 Rangers, so you do want to add in 2 additional Rangers and 2 additional Zords into this. Deal it out, make sure you don't have more than 2 of a type or more than 1 location. The Zords, same thing, we've just shuffled them together. They are the ones from this set plus the additions that I needed to make the math work. For the villain setup, all you do is you take their large card and then you put their big card over top of it, or the little card over top of their big card. They start on their empowered side. I think that, yeah, that's their empowered side. And then, of course, we start on our Ranger side as well, just the way that it works. I don't think you have enough time to really build up to be able to get these to flip properly. We have the layer up here. The layer does still come in effect. You can choose whichever layer you want based on what you want the bad guys to do, whatever you want them to happen. Stun cards, if you're used to Legendary, very similar to Wounds. Omega Strikes are your 2 cost cards. This is for the Omega, but of course you use your blasters or whatever else you have. Over here on the side, we have our Megazord. Regular Zords can be purchased for 7. The Megazord can be purchased for 10, or if you get all 3 or 5, then of course you get it for free. We are playing with the Zeo Bay, which means we will get 3, so we can flip this over and get our base Zord, and then once we get to 5, then of course we get it for free. We do have to have some, there's a couple other ones in here. This is more for the Omega expansion, which is they have these fusions where you can attach this to another Zord to fuse with it from the Omega's Zords that they have. So we do have a small set of additional Zords from Zeo that, if we do that, the rules say that you want to add another one back in. That way you can make sure you get to 5 Zords. I don't think we're going to. I think that's one thing that the game as a whole suffers from. I don't know how to accelerate to get to the Megazord. The villain has 30 hit points, so that's what we're going through. In order to do any damage to the villain, we are going to need to do at least 1 more than 7. So they have basically, don't think of this as defense per se, think of this as the minimum attack value to be able to do damage. So if we accumulate 8 attack, then we'll be able to do 8 damage. If we do 7, we won't be able to do 7. We'll have to take out things that are in the city. I called it the city because, again, I'm just used to that from Legendary. So how do we actually play? How do we actually attack and do things? So this deck here is the villain deck. It's made up of the single versions of the villains from the expansion I'm playing, plus the base game. It is also the masterminds, the masters that I'm not playing. So any master that was in the expansion is in here. Plus I had to add, I think 2 more from Zeo to make it at least 5 or 6, depending on the base game. Because I think the base game only had 5, Zeo had 6. And of course you could add more if you want. It just, that is a way to increase or decrease the difficulty. So on my turn, I'll play my cards as normal. I will accumulate the resources as normal. The difference is, if you notice, I do not have a hit point track. My hit point is my entire grid deck. Basically, the masters are trying to destroy the grid. So if the grid deck goes away, we've lost the game. So the way that I will do my attacks is on the cards that generate any type of attack resource. I can use those to activate any attached card or a Zord Bay, as usual. Anything that's a shard, I can use to buy things. However, any card that actually says attack, so this Shrink Ray is a good example, I'm glad it was out here, that has the word attack, you will ignore the text. The only thing you're worried about is that this is an attack card. I'm playing it, I get the resources, and then I get to do damage up to 5. So again, I build my pool. I'm starting at 5 damage. If I had some more cards, maybe I could get 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I determine where do I want to do it. Do I want to take out things in the city, or do I want to take out the master? Blocking works in a similar way. So once you draw back up to your hand, you can play your block card basically by discarding it. That's going to allow you to block based on the cost. So this is a 4, so I will block 4 damage that may be incoming. Or I just hold on to the card because maybe I want the resources. Anything attached to my ranger, I can activate spending the resources, right? So same thing during my turn. If I had this attached, I would be able to spend my power, my energy, to activate the block on the card. Which reminds me, I need my exhaust tokens. Or exhaust cubes. I always use these cubes for exhausting everything. All right, so pretty simple. There is going to be some text that does not quite correlate. And I've got kind of clarifications on those in the BGG thread. For example, when you stun, you're going to add a stun card into the villain deck. So then when you pull that stun card, they're basically stunned for that turn. They're not going to actually attack on that turn. If it says something like make them discard, you're going to discard from their villain deck. So hopefully you can take out their signature item, right? Because that's going to allow them to do more damage. Or maybe you take out another master, which allows them to do more damage. If it says reveal, you reveal the top 5 cards just like you would a hand, and then discard 1, and then put the 5 cards, shuffle them randomly, put them back on top. So there are some again, we have to make some caveats for the difference in the verbiage and the way that they work. I think that's pretty much it. I think seeing me play through it will kind of get a better idea of how it flows. Unlike Legendary, the villain goes after us, so they don't go before us. That does give us kind of a free turn to try to get some cards. So because right now, of course, the default Ranger deck, there are no attack cards, right? We have nothing that has the word attack, which means that if the bad guys went first, then we would immediately start losing hit points because they would immediately attack us in the first round. Another thing, and probably the key thing is, of course, how do they do damage? Completely skipped over that. Every villain, so there's 2 types of cards, there's villains and there's masters. Every villain is going to do 1 damage to us. It's left out here in the row. Very similar to the regular Power Rangers, right? If you leave them out there, they're going to do 1 damage to you. Every master is going to do 2 damage or add 2 damage. So this master is already going to do 1 because he's here. If we had 1 villain, that would be 2 damage. If we had a villain and another master, then that would be 4 damage, right? So you can also scale that difficulty. You can make the masters only do 1. You can make them do 3. You can make them do however much you want to do based on the difficulty level you want to increase it to. I found 2 is a sweet spot for like a normal game. The next thing, of course, is escaping. So if you ever get to where you need to put a 6th person in there, hope your birthday weekend was good. Yes, David, it was very good. We had a good weekend. We went out to dinner, and then of course we played Stickerville that night. So we had a good time. But if they ever get in here and escape back to the lair, if the regular villain escapes, they just escape. You do an escape effect of discarding and so forth. If the master escapes, they go into the lair. They actually do the lair escape effect, which is the same as when you add it to the lair. they also then give the main master that we're going up against an additional attack. So they will start accelerating as the game goes on, right? If more masters escape, or if they get their signature weapon and so forth, they'll start accelerating and getting a little bit more powerful. I think that's it. We'll go through it. I think it'll make sense once we play. I may make my own rules mistakes because, again, this is a custom made thing. I played it, like I said, probably about 5 or 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 11 card deck. Omega makes me start with the Omega card, which gives me this Omega coin. That's going to be another time where I'm going to have to figure out how to do the rules, because my ability is I do deal 2 damage to a foe each time it exhausts. You can't, the villain doesn't exhaust, so I may just treat that as a, it does deal 2 damage to it every time it attacks, because that would be the same as exhausting. Until it basically kills itself. It's probably how I'll treat that. All right, so we start off with teamwork. Next time you battle, draw 2 cards. That's not going to help me right now. So we have 4 teamwork. So, and again, I said we need to start with attack, but I can't even afford that right now. We could get this one going at the start of your turn. Attack, deal 2 damage. If this attack is negated, lose 1 HP. So that's one of the things, unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to make the villain block or negate. So anything that's got the negated keyword, I don't know how to interact with that without maybe flipping a coin, right? So you flip a coin and heads or tails. But I think that's what we'll go with. Or block, negate an attack, heal 2 damage, draw 1 card, then discard a card. Look at the top 3 cards. I could do Blue Emissary. Look at the top 3 cards of the main deck. Reveal one of them and then buy it or destroy it. Then return the other 2 cards at the top of the bottom of the main deck. That wouldn't be good for attaching at all, because I don't want to destroy the cards in the deck. But it would give me 1 and 3 resources on future turns. But I think I'm going to go with this because it's the closest thing I have to an attack card. And then, of course, you refresh immediately. So if you do have more resources to spin, you can keep spinning until you are done. So that is that. I'm going to draw them back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So we have teamwork. I do have my Zeonizer, and then I do have my heal, which isn't going to do me much good this turn because they haven't done any damage to me yet. So now it is the villain phase. So the villain's going to reveal a card. So it is a master. That means we do need to activate the main master's ability. So this one is deal 3 damage. So we're going to deal 3 damage. There's our damage pool over here. And then destroy 1 hero from the grid. So it's always going to destroy the most valuable card. So this is the most valuable card, is the new Ranger Slayer that just came out. I may change it, I don't know, but that's just, to me, the villain should always have an advantage. A D6, 1, 2, 3 equals heads. Yeah, 50-50 chance to block. Yeah, that's probably what we'll have to do. But again, people need to leave comments in the BG. Nobody's left comments in the BGG thread. I guess they just don't care. Or they've given up on the game. So that immediately refills. She has activated her ability. It says if they can't, they lose 2 HP. I haven't decided if I want to hold 1 to that, because it's really not. I think I do, because that will encourage me to buy the heroes. So then she's basically doing damage because she can't get rid of the Rangers. And then the next thing is now they attack. So we do have a master, so that's 2. And then she counts as 1. So that's another 3 damage. So technically that turn, because she destroyed a Ranger, that is it. That was a 7 hit point hit on that turn. All right, and then back to me. So this turn we have 3 for activating, and then heal 1. So we can heal 1 now. So you just take the card, whatever card is there, and you just put it on the bottom of the deck. That's it. So we have 3 buying, and we have the Zeonizer. So you do get -2 to your abilities, to your attached cards, not your ability. So unfortunately, I only have 3. This cost me 4 to use. So I can't actually do his ability. This one I could destroy to ready a Zord, but I don't have any Zords yet. So that doesn't do me any good. So for 3, I guess we will be doing the blue emissary. It's the only thing I can do. Well, I could also get an Omega Strike. End of your turn, you may destroy this card. If you do, heal 1, or target foe loses 2 HP and you lose 1 HP. Ooh, that's nasty compared to the blasters. I missed it. Did you base this solo mode off of a solo mode from another game? So yeah, so David, this is a solo mode that was created. Somebody had kind of made this, and he based it off of like DC Deck Builder, Legendary-esque flow. And then I tried to play that, and I felt like it wasn't very balanced. So I made some modifications to it to what I'm playing today. All right, so we get rid of that. We have 1 card. We still don't have any blocks. We're still going to be taking damage. So basically, the idea is that they're trying to destroy the grid. They're trying to get rid of the grid. Again, some abilities, some card text will not work. But I've seen games that do that, right? Where it's got card text that won't, and it's basically just resolve as much of the text as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we are going to get our coin this time. So we do get our coin. Not necessarily much better. Because I definitely don't want to attach that. I was hoping I'd get my location. When this card is played from your grid... Oh, I do lose 1 HP, though. Ooh, that probably isn't ideal. All right, so we know he's going to slide over because they always slide over. Well, I guess they don't. Oh, wow. I know I shuffled this. That is a horrible, horrible way to go. All right, so 3 damage for her ability, and she takes the other ranger from me. And then now we're doing 2, 4, 5 more damage. Maybe I should have gotten that block card. I was like, oh, I don't need the block card first round. 5 more cards. Holy cow. They're just destroying me. All right. I don't like you. And there's 7. That's the and that was one of the other things that kind of hurt me when I was playing it too, is if you get them at the very beginning, based on, again, I think his name is Lewis. His was they did the damage equal to their buy cost. You were just blazing through your deck if this happened to you. At least now they're only doing 2 damage, which is a little bit more fair. So I do have 4, but unfortunately that is, my attack will do +2 damage. Yeah. Yeah, so right now it's going to do +2 damage. So we're going to gain my coin. That does mean I lose 1 HP. We're going to attach it to, really doesn't matter which one, Dane. That way Dane takes 2 damage each turn, so he'll kill himself. So is that considered? No, so that's not considered an attack. He's just going to take splash damage. So my ability activating that's not going to do any good because I have no attack. All right. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I want to attach this. Look at the top now. I'd rather keep using it for the resources. So 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Math, Will, math. 5. Here's the attack. I wanted that attack, right? Or I could get the Zeo Crystal. Which Zeo Crystal is this? Zeo Crystal 5. Gain a Zord and attach it to the Zord Bay. Gain a Master and attach it to the lair, then destroy this card. Oh, if the villain were to get this. So the villain can't get this. So it doesn't matter. I think I want this instead because that'll immediately get me a Zord. Yeah, we're going to do that. May attach any color, but I don't attach when gained. Okay. So that's fine. All right. Power chamber is out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Regroup. Zeonizer. Yeah, I gotta get. I keep saying I needed to get me an attack card. I did it again. I didn't get me an attack card. All right. So, oh, I was doing that backwards. Hang on, I did that backwards. She's supposed to attack first and then draw a card. I did that completely backwards. So technically, the first round would have been 1, and then she would have done the 1, 2, 3, plus getting rid of the Ranger. Next round would have been 3. And then it would have done her ability, 1, 2, 3, and getting rid of the Ranger. Okay. Now they're attacking again. So, oh, I had to take 1 damage for my thing. Now they're doing their damage. I did it in the wrong order. I remember I was like, that's too unforgiving if they came out first. So 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was doing that in the wrong order. You draw the villain second. It's like that was becoming unfair. All right, he's at 2 damage for attacking me. And then the villain. So this one's just a regular villain card. So on these, I forgot to mention this as well. When you defeat them, you use the bottom, just like you do in the regular game. These, you have to use the 7. But you use the number at the bottom, and then you do gain the reward. So that's still applicable just like the regular game. All right, so we're going to heal for 1. We're going to put, what is that? Galactic Steel back in. And then we're going to do absolutely nothing. Holy cow. We're going to do 3. Attack, deal 4 damage. I think I got to go here. I got to get me some attack. So if I don't have any attack, then this is just going to be futile. Where they're just going to keep blasting on me. All right. So 1, 3, 5, 6. So 6 more damage. Oh. This may be over quicker than I thought. 2 more damage there. Getting 2 of these at the beginning hurt because of her +3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, forgot. Now I gotta draw them. We're about to have an escape. Oh, she got her trident. So I mean, she's gonna do +1 damage to me now because she has her trident. Yay! 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we get our attack cards because we're gonna need to attack. We need to take something out of there. So I can beat him for 3 now. Beat that one for 2. The card I just bought was a 3. I think I will take out Dane because he's doing 2 additional damage to me, whereas the Mecha Caterpillar is only doing 1 damage to me. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'd be more into a Thundercats deck building game. Yeah, I think like they really could do a lot with like the different IPs, your He-Man, your Thundercats, stuff like that. But right now it seems like at least Renegade only wants to do what Renegade wants to do. Ongoing. At the start of your turn, attack, deal 2 damage. If this attack is negated, lose 2 HP. All right, so I am currently up to 2 attack. Attach my Zeo Crystal to any slot. We'll attach it here. We will go ahead and use... Oh, I have no energy, though. Oh, that sucks. And the 2 attack doesn't do me any good. That doesn't do me any good. Because nobody... Oh, no, I could take him out. Okay, I can at least take this guy out with the 2 damage. All right. Exhaust that. We'll take him out for the 2 damage. That works, because he's going to give me the 3 that I need. So he gives me the 3, which means that I can activate this, which allows me to gain a Zord and attach it to my bay. So we got Omega Red. We do have to destroy that card. And I had 3 resources. I used 1 for that, which means I actually have 2 more resources. So I'm going to activate that Zord. And then that is going to allow me to do 3 more damage, which is actually enough to take out him. So I get my card back, and then same thing. He goes away. We got it down to 1 guy in the city now. All right. And then for 3, I can't get any of this, so I guess we will be getting an Omega Strike. I'm a fan of the Omega Strike because of the damage I'll take. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Refresh that. This doesn't refresh because it's exhausted. So these only unexhaust when you do your Zord Bay ability. All right. So what do we got? We got our Mega Morpher back. We did get our Focus Blast, which does 3 damage. That's not enough to take him out. We got Resilience, which would actually do... I draw 2 cards. Actually, hang on. I got 5. Because I got 3, 4, 5. And if I get the 4, and I got the 4 resources, so actually I can my damages can do +2. Okay, that's enough to take him out. Should be enough to take him out. All right, so they're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Over there. And then knew it was going to be a villain because she's already got her signature weapon. Thundercats has a team, various villains, and enough stuff for a full game. Yeah, oh no, I haven't got Thundercats. The only Thundercats I've got is for Zombicide. I was thinking of my He-Man. So that power system that they created, right, for the He-Man game, if Seamon wasn't doing so bad, right, and I don't know how well that campaign did, it would have been nice if they could have expanded on that. All right, so next time I attack him, I get to draw 2 cards. So let's get our attack. We have 2. We have 5. We use our ability 6, 7. So we're at 7. So we know that's enough to take him out. And then because I did battle, I get to draw 2 cards. All right, so we can ready. Oh yeah, we got more than enough to ready. We have more than enough to ready our. We have more than enough to ready. So now here's the question. I could have technically put it on Kaya, right? And then it would just keep doing 2 splash damage, but I think that would be too overpowered. I think that's too overpowered. That's why I didn't do that earlier. I think putting it on these guys makes more sense. All right. So we're going to do here, destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We'll just get rid of a teamwork. We'll destroy that. That will allow me to ready him. I've only spent 4 of the energy. So I have more than enough to attack. I cannot swap for the Fusion Zord yet because I don't have another Zord out here. That's an Omega rule. Right? I need another one. So we're going to go ahead and do a 3. Did I have any attack left? 3 might not be enough. What did I have? I had 2, 5, 6. Oh, it's but all my attacks. All my attacks do +2, so it is enough. So that does +2. So actually putting that on there didn't do me any good. So I'm just going to gain it. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to gain it. So that's enough to take him out. Place this card in the main deck discard. Not sure how that's beneficial to me. Oh, I guess it won't get shuffled back in. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we're just going to put him here instead. So he won't get shuffled back in if I have to shuffle the deck. Thundercats has a team. Oh yeah, Thundercats. We're back on Thundercats here. All right. So my recruit is 1, 2, 4, 5. 5. So again, the Shrink Ray is nice, and I can equip it, meaning I can do that attack every turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. This gives me a guaranteed 3, but I don't think I'll need that. I can't afford the signature item. Power 0 is a block. Zero Ranger Green is also a block. Destroy a card in your hand. Gain energy equal to the destroyed card's cost. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, he's actually pretty good too. And if her ability activates, I would lose him. I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go ahead and do Zeo instead of another attack for now, because that's a really good card. I like that card. All right. So, oh, that doesn't go away. All right. So, get rid of all of my exhaust tokens. 3. All right. Yeah, there's so many, I like deck building. Deck building is one of my favorite mechanics, and I would like to see more games that have a decent deck building on it in some of the IPs, growing up with on the 80s and 90s. But somebody has to be willing to. And the thing is, and not have it just be some weird thing. Not to say the Care Bear. The Care Bears, it was a Care Bears deck building game. I was debating getting it for Lucita to play with me. But I didn't because the price just was out there. Like they were trying to put like a CCG into a deck building game in terms of the way they were marketing the Kickstarter campaign. So she does 2 damage to me. And then the princess comes out. So princess comes out, she activates her ability. So she's going to do, good thing I got, see, good thing I got that hero. 1, 2, 3. She's going to do 3 damage to me. There's no hero. So again, since there's no hero, because I did that, she's going to lose 2 hit points. That's the first 2 hit points she's lost, and she did it to herself. All right. 3 recruit. And if I can battle, which I can't battle because I don't have enough energy, so I can't even fire this off. But I can do this. Heal 1. I'm not at 20 yet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, I am. So I get to, if you have 20 or fewer, you may destroy 1 card in your hand or discard pile. No, I don't think I want to. I think there's another, I think I like the other healing better, because the other healing, actually, I think you get to heal for more. Like if you have, that was the difference with Zeo, that people healed too much. So I'm thinking the Zeo starter deck I don't like as much. I only have 3. So I guess we'll do another Omega Strike, because at least it's I can discard these to heal, to give me some more healing. But I can't do anything else because I had no energy that turn. Dang it. All right, so we are at 2 and 2, so 4. All right. There goes a bunch of Zeo crystals. What a bunch of Zeo crystals. All right, let's see. He needs 4. And they gain a stun. Oh, that actually, that could be pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get this Ranger I wanted. I did get a lot of energy, though. So I do have a lot of energy. So what I got? I got 6 energy. So I can do the 4 damage. I could do 3 damage, so I could actually attack her. Oh, I forgot. Princess should have 2 damage from that last attack. So I could either attack her because I have 2 damage. So I could have 2, 4, 7. So I could have oh no, I have exactly 7. So exactly 7 is not enough to do damage to her. So without the Zord, I have 4, which is enough to do Garrison Box. She's at, what, 5? So I need 9. I don't have 9. So I think, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do then. We're going to activate my ability, activate Xernox 2, and then we're going to attack for 4, which takes this one out. And doing that, she gets a stun. So we're going to take a stun card and put it in the deck. Have you played Heart of the Crown, deck builder that did some neat stuff? Yeah, we played Heart of the Crown. I don't know, I didn't care for it. We got it from level 99. We covered the game, they sent it to us. I don't know, I guess it's kind of like the same as, if I'm thinking, yeah, that was Heart of the Crown, right? The anime one. It's like Dominion, and I didn't care for Dominion. Like, I played Dominion on the app. Maybe some of the expansions helped, but it was like, I was just playing cards and drawing whatever I could buy, and then playing cards and drawing whatever I could buy. And then eventually I was able to finally buy the victory point ones, and that's what I did. So, to me, it wasn't fun. All right, then we have 4 to spend. You must be activated for any other cards in your turn. Immediately deposit energy up to your maximum, then destroy this card. So that's not going to help me in this playthrough, unless I just keep using it for the 5 energy. Zord Chamber, I get 3 at the beginning of each turn. Power Zeo, block, negating attack, heal 2. I think we need to do some healing. So we're going to go with Power of Zeo. All right, and then they are going to attack for 4, but that does mean she takes 2 more damage. This might be it. I'm getting low. 3, 4. That healing card might be a little too late. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think, you know, and this is the thing with deck building. This is why I said I feel like this is pretty balanced. I unfortunately have not had any cards attach. Just haven't, right? And that's usually how you get yourself up and running quicker. And some of the previous playthroughs I was able to get some things attached and able to do multiple damage on a turn. May have to consider an option to clear out the row. The only problem with that is, again, if I clear a card out of the row and it draws from here, then that's taking damage each turn. I guess that could just be added instead of the villain doing damage. You get rid of the leftmost card, and then the 1 damage is basically bringing a card in, which would kind of keep the damage the same as what it's at now, and that would work. All right, so we did get our Zero Ranger green. So we do have our block. We're definitely going to attach him. We did get our attack. We got our morpher. So I don't think I want to play. See, if I play this card, I have to take my coin back, which then makes me lose 1 HP. But I could just put it right back on her. So I guess that's what happens, but I have to lose an HP to do that. So we're going to take this back. We're going to put it right back on her. We do lose an HP. We have our Omega Strike. Next time you battle, draw 2 cards. So I am going to get to attack. She is at 3. I do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. I can do 9, 10, 11. I can do 11. I can do some damage to her. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right. So 2, we did that. At the end of your turn, you may destroy this card if you do heal 1. So we're definitely going to destroy that at the end of the turn. We did that for +2. So 2, 4. 3 more here is 7. 8, 9, 10. I was off by 1. Oh, I said deal 4 damage. It's the top is what we're doing. So, because this isn't attached. I probably should have attached this maneuver. I can. No, I won't have enough. I won't have enough resources for this if I attach it. I won't have enough resources to do everything. I need the resources. So we're gonna have to do the 3. The 1 extra damage doesn't hurt me. Or a larger market, 6 cards instead of 5. 6 cards is the normal. Is the normal Power Ranger amount. I did 5 because again, that's just what I'm used to with play space. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do all 10 damage to her, I think, because she's gonna take 2, which will put her at 6. How many cards do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards. How much actually do I think I need to do my block? So that's going to cost me 3, 7, 8, 9. I only had 6. So if I did this, it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. But I only had 6. So I can't do both of these. I could not do the plus damage. Is that going to be, yeah, because that's 3 damage for 2 is better than +2 damage for 4 since I'm only attacking once. So I think we're going to do this instead. Destroy 1 card in your hand to negate attack. Oh, I do get to draw 2 cards for this battle. 1, 2. Oh, I got my 3 resources. I have enough resources now, so I can actually do this again. Woohoo! Destroy 1 card in my hand, so we'll destroy the teamwork. Yeah, we're good. And then gain energy equal to the destroyed card's cost. That's 0, so I get no energy. Draw 2 cards, then discard this card. So draw 2 cards, then discard this card. We got regroup, so we get to heal 1. And then we got another. Yeah. All right. So what I think I'm up to, I said 11 damage or 10 damage. 2, 5. That's where my dice come in. I forgot my dice. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. All right, so we're just going to do all 10 to her. So that puts her down to 18. So that's the thing. You can get some big swings and get through it. All right. So we're going to now buy stuff. Buy stuff. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 is enough for a Zord. Should I do Zord or should I do the commas? Zord or commas? Commas counts as an attack for 6. And if I attach it, I deal 4 damage and each foe and then she discards a card. That's really not that good attached. I don't know if I don't remember. I don't think all the Zords have an attack, but I might be able to do my fusion ability. And then the fusion. What is the fusion for the red Zord? Let's see here. Maybe I like the fusion ability. Fusion. When this card is fused, retrieve a Zord from outside the game. Place it on the bottom of the Zord stack. Okay. Then perform the ability a second time. Okay, so you get to do it twice. Oh, I like that. You get to do the Zord's ability twice. I think we're on Zord. We're gonna go Zord. Let's go Zord. So we got Zeo Zord 1, which is fine with me. Ooh, I like this one. 0 energy cost. I can do that. +1. Oop, sorry, can't do that yet. I heal +1 for each hero in the grid. I don't have any heroes in the grid. Now I'm confused why this one's -2. -2 cost to buy it, but I'm playing solo. All right, we did a lot on that turn. Is that everything? That's all I can buy, right? I only had 7. All right, end of my turn, I'm going to destroy this card. If you do, you can heal 1. So that is going to heal for 1. This card's kind of contradicting what I want because I don't want her to have heroes out here. Right? I think that was everything. Yeah, that was everything. All right. Refresh. That stays. Oh, where'd my location go? My location go. Put you back. All right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My Rangers had nothing attached most of this game. Probably a bad thing. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. No damage. No damage. Sorry. I did my block, didn't I? So no damage. 1 comes out. Cogs. They only cost 4. Oh, and I get to heal 2. 2 damage to the princess. So if I get 5, I can take both those out. Let's see what we get. All right. A bunch of teamwork. Just a whole bunch of teamwork. End of my turn, I got to discard this, but I do get to heal 1 because of it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have my power of the grid, which gives me 7. Which, again, here I can do 4 damage by doing that. Or I attach it to block. Because you have to play all your cards. So I have to play this card. The question is, do I attach it so I can do the block? But then I won't have any energy. So I won't even be able to use the block. So I think we are going to... Oh, that one's again. It allows me to heal 2, draw a card, and then discard. But I won't have the energy. Yeah, I think I'd rather do this. All right, so we're going to spend 2 of that to ready him. All right. Now I don't think I want to attach it to this one because I mean I get to use the heal twice, but it's for each hero in the grid, and right now we have no heroes in the grid. So that was 2. And then this is 4, so that's 6. I can't do that one. I was hoping I could do that one too, but I can't. Actually, maybe I can get a hero in the grid for healing. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go ahead and get that shrink ray I've been eyeing. Get us a hero. There's a hero. So now... 4, 5, 6. So I can't do that this turn anyways. All right, but I will go ahead and do that. Oh, I do need to destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. It will destroy teamwork or regroup or resilience. Get rid of the teamwork. All right. So that was that. That was that. That was that. All right, and then we're going to do 4 damage, which takes him out, which allows us to heal 2. And then I think that's all I can do. I think that is all that I can do. So this is exhausted until I do this ability again. Because you can only ready 1 Zord at a time. And you can only activate 1 Zord at a time. So, 1, 2. Maybe I'll get my block and still have teamwork not make the dream work. No, teamwork's not making the dream work. Teamwork is not making the dream work. We have been lucky we haven't had an escape. Now, some of the villains that I've set up the rules for, they make you draw more cards. So you'll fill up the city faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have had the city almost completely full. I think I've had an escape too in one game. So again, you can change the difficulty by just making these guys do more damage. So we do have our Morpher. We do have an attack. And then we have a Mega Strike, which will allow us to heal. Yeah. All right. Not a great hand, but not a bad hand. All right. They're still going to attack for 4. Because I wasn't able to take her out. I need 1 more damage. I didn't have it. I only had 4. And that took 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we have 4 hit points left. I wish if I would have had a block. I didn't draw. All right, she's going to take 2 damage to herself because she activated. Get my coin back. I don't think I want to play that. I want to play that card. Who do we get? There's the stun. So they are not going to attack this turn, which kind of is bittersweet since I took that one out. So it's just not going to do 2 damage. But I guess I don't have to do any blocking, so that's fine. So where'd my... Dang it, I did it again. Where's my location? Where'd my location go? Come back out there. All right, let's shovel that a little bit. All right. All right, so 2. There's nobody in the attack except for her, and I need 7. So I can get +2. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm right at 7. I need 1 more. Oh. Here we go. 8, 9, 10. I think we're good. The Omega Morpher. Gain 1 or gain my token. Lose 1 HP. Dang it. Don't like that. I get to heal that back with the Omega Strike, so that's fine. All right, so we're doing 3. Actually, if I attach it. Do I have enough to do all this if I attach it? So I attach it, I lose the 5, but I have 3, 4. I need 4 just to do this. I need another 2, so I'm not going to have enough to activate everything I want to activate. All right, so we're going to do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're doing 10 damage. And Lucita is not happy. Don't know why. Sorry if that's coming all the way back into the mic, guys. All right, so that is our 10 right there. So now we're going to do our buying. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't want... I mean, she's stunned. She's not going to do anything this turn. So leaving Trey out there isn't a bad thing. Although I could ready this. And then I could heal again for 1. How much did I have? I had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9. I spent 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can do that. So here, we're going to do this. Destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. So we're going to go ahead and destroy. I think I'm going to destroy the Omega Morpher. I've got the token, but I think I'm going to destroy because I don't want to take this damage anymore. So we're going to destroy that. That allows me to ready a Zord. I'm going to, how much did I say I had? I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I will do the katanas because I want to see if I can get another hero out. Haha, great. All right, now we're going to use this for 0. We're going to heal 1, +1 for each hero in the grid. Oh, sorry, this was just a straight +1, and then I get +1 for each hero. So technically, when I did this earlier, I would have healed 2, and now I'm healing for 1, 2, 3. Ooh, much better. So we get 3 cards over here, put them on the bottom of the deck. That was much better. I misread that. Yeah, end of my turn, we're going to destroy this to, again, heal for 1. All right, and then she is stunned, so she's not going to do anything this turn. Stop taking the location, Will. She's not going to do anything this turn, so she's not going to attack, and she's also not going to draw a card. So that is the stun for her turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hopefully we got it. What do I need? I need 8 damage. Can I get 8 damage? So this is a block. That's not helpful. There's an attack for 5. Target foe discards 1 attached card. Discards 1 card. Gains a stun. Must talk in a high-pitched voice. Lucy just sounds pretty distant, lower volume than the music. Yeah, she's in the other room. The door was more shut, but Bella left, so. We might have this. How much energy do I have? We might have this. So, we're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. We don't even need to really calculate any more than that. That's it. That's 8 damage right there. I was worried. I thought I wasn't going to make it. What did I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7 left. 7 left. That did it. There we go, guys. Let's go ahead and flip over. I'm not going to give my first impressions because it's really not first impressions. I gave my first impressions about the regular solo mode, of course. So again, I think this works pretty well for what it's doing. Again, I made a couple rules mistakes just because, again, I didn't have rules. I didn't print them out, and it's what it is. I don't know, like we were talking in chat, I don't know ways to maybe help the row change. My one easy change would be, since they already do 1 damage, would be that instead you take it from the row, from the farthest to the right, farthest to the left. I guess that's we don't shift, so it basically would have to be like the highest cost card maybe, or something like that. Or it's just always the one to the right of the deck. The problem with that is that's kind of what happened in the regular solo mode, because the cards didn't shift. Maybe they were supposed to, and I forgot to shift them. I don't remember. But that kind of hurts you. There are a couple things, like I said, the negate abilities. I don't know how to make the villain negate. That is kind of why I put that caveat. And I think I don't need to make them negate, because that's why I put that caveat that you have to exceed the 7 to do any damage to them. That's kind of like them blocking. It's their initial defense, but you still do full damage to them. Because like in that turn that I did there, that was only 8. If I hadn't allowed that 8 to go through, it would have only been 1 damage, and you'd never get through the 30. So I think that works well. The stun works well because it stops their turn, their next turn. The healing, I was lucky and got a couple healing items, which is, I think, what helped me refill that deck. Again, whether you play with the base games cards or the Zeo, you're going to have different healing abilities on the recover card. The Zords, again, the same problem. I mean, you don't feel like the Power Rangers if you can't get your Zords into play. So what Lewis said was to basically flip them over, like start them at 15, I think, hit points. And then after they're done, flip them over to their empowered side. And then you go through either another 15 or 30 hit points. And at that point, you can get your Megazord for free, or some combination. That way you can at least have your Megazord, and it feels like that epic battle at the end where, you know, they make their monsters grow. So maybe something like that can be done. We didn't have anybody escape because I was able to take everybody out. I was kind of concerned about my hit points, but I didn't have much trouble with the city row. But again, that's just the way this turned out. Because like I said, I've had games where a draw card comes out for the villain and they have to add more to the row, right? Originally, I was actually, once the Masters came out, I was treating it kind of like a Master Strike where it was just doing the ability, but then the city was empty. So now I figure leaving them in there works better because you have that opportunity of them filling up and escaping. When they escape, basically they're going to destroy a card in the grid, which again hurts your hit points, and they're going to go to the lair, which does whatever the lair ability is. In this particular case, when you attach to the lair, they heal 1 HP for each master in the lair. There's also, if 3 masters escape, that's an in-game loss condition. Again, I don't know how likely that is, unless you happen to go up against one of the masters where I've got it where you have to draw an additional card into the city to where it could push 2 or 3 out at one time. Yeah, this is my solo variant. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments or go out to the BGG thread and we can discuss, see what you want to do. If you want to see me try this again with some of the other expansions, which again have some very unique mechanics in them in the normal PvP, and I had to adapt them slightly to make them work for this mode, again, let me know down in the comments which expansion you'd like to see me try. If you want to see any future gameplays, Power Rangers or not, like, subscribe, bell notification, all that YouTube stuff. But until next time, guys. Peace.